Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Ow, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go. Let's start this show. Let's go, let's go. Let's start this show.
Days and the nights get a little bit cold. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can't even hear myself. Good morning, crew. What up? What up? Hopefully, I sound good on the ones and twos. I watched the replay yesterday, and I was like, I sound a little bit like I'm in the distance. So I hope I sound good to y'all. Good morning. We're gonna do a quick update on Takeoff and what's been going on with him. I got some updates, and everything we've been doing over here in terms of the situation surrounding Takeoff's untimely, fatally, should have never happened death. They've been leading and pointing in the right direction. So I wanted to continue that by giving you all the latest update, which the Houston Police Department may have confirmed and denied both that there is a possible person of interest. Now, TMZ has reported this yesterday around 2 o'clock. They first came out and said, yes, the new video that I'm going to show you all shows and identifies somebody who's a possible person of interest. And we saw this person in the video. We kind of skimmed past them. I didn't, but we saw the person in the video. So I'm going to bring all this up again. We're just going to do a quick update to jump right into these things. I'm not going to run through my I love you all, but I want y'all to know that members, moderators, subscribers, I don't care how much y'all hate it. I love y'all for being here. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. We got another show coming up right after this show, so please stay tuned for that. We're going to be getting into all of these different things. We're going to talk about the talk shows, Kanye, Dwayne Wade. We're going to get into Jay-Z. Is Young Mom pregnant? And we're going to talk about how Twitter is trying to give her a thrashing. And then we're going to talk about Black for a Day, this Halloween costume. It went viral on Twitter yesterday. It took me out. Because I couldn't have been in the Walmart, but we'll get into that. So we're going to jump right into these updates. Let me say what up to the chat. How y'all doing this morning? How we doing? Good morning, Chocolate Coco 85. And thank you for being here this morning. I appreciate it, being first to drop down. Hey, Queen Diva, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Voodoo. I'll be listening on the way to work. Yes. And I hope you have a great day at work. I hope you have a beautiful day at work. That's my next thing. I'm going in the office today. Good morning, VMW. Thank you for being here. Yes. I got a little update. Hey, Brick Girl. Good morning to you. Thank you for always being here. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Hey, Kurt Vixen. Kings Mina, good morning. Happy Thursday. It's a pleasure to see you. Ambrosia, Madi, what up? Driving and listening. I hope everything is going well with you. I hope you're having a great little fall transition into the winter season. I did on the phone. I'll do it on the tablet later. Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't know if you was talking about if you could hear me or not. Hey, human hysteria. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Esther. Good morning. Thank you for coming back and getting another dose of what's going on. I do believe either today or sometime this week, maybe the weekend, someone will be arrested surrounding Takeoff's situation, but we'll get into it. Good morning, Ox City 805. Good morning. Just about to walk out the door heading to work. You know you my favorite commute entertainment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I like being able to give you some commentary on your way in and, make it a little bit more realistic. I'm not trying to bullshit around it. I'm just going to put the facts out here. Hey, Jernay, good morning. Good morning. All right. Good morning to you all. Thank you for being here. And make sure y'all hit that like button. Give me some love. Show me some love. So, like I said, yesterday, TMZ came out with this. New video shows armed man in crowd. Cops say he is a person of interest in fatal shooting. Now, in this title, it says, Cop says he's a person of interest in fatal shooting. Now, if you go and look at that article as it's been updated, you'll see that they have a small little retraction here that says Houston Police Department will not confirm nor deny if this person is a suspect. Normally, when police do that, they just don't want too much information to be in the public. And please let me get a sip of this. I just made it and didn't even taste it. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I needed that. All right. So they released this, and now I'm gonna briefly go past these images for you, and y'all gonna get the full picture. But I want to give you the images that they released that has the suspect, the possible person of interest. Remember, this is they're not deeming this as a suspect yet. This is just a person of interest. We've seen you in the video. We want to have a conversation with you, see if there's any connections, possibly get any fingerprints off of you, because we do have things that, they're trying to do that police thing. So here's that first picture. Now, this is a picture showing the weapon on the side of someone in the video. Now, mind you, we saw this video yesterday, but we didn't get to see all these angles. TMZ received a new video that showed a different angle that actually give you a clear view of the person. And I got the video and we're going to show it. Now, before I do that, I keep forgetting. All of this shit is allegedly, you all. Everything I'm saying is allegedly until it's proven by either a court of law or the person responsible. So I advise you to do your own research. I advise you to go Google everything I'm saying. Just follow up. I'm not always 100% right, but I definitely don't want you to walk away saying, "Oh shit," but definitely giving you something to think about. Also, any video clips, anything that I play here is only for the purposes of criticizing, commenting, news reporting, and teaching scholarship and research. So just keep that in mind. And shout out to the replay gang. Thank you for being here. I see you. I hope you don't know I don't see you. And hit that like button if you watching and you ain't hit the like button yet. Thank you. All right. So then they had this other picture. Now, this picture I showed you all, it actually shows the guy, and you'll see this little red Gucci bag around his it's like a messenger bag, and he's wearing it the cross way. Make sure y'all can hear me. Okay. And then in this image, you'll see that same bag with the gun pulled out. Okay, you got to pay attention. These are images, stills taken from the video. So here you'll see that bag and the guy, and they were standing directly next to Quavo. Then you'll see that same guy with the bag. I want you to pay attention to the bag because we're going to watch a video later and I want y'all to be like, oh, damn, Roman, that bag matches that bag. I'm not saying nothing. I just want I want to lead you on to the right direction. And so then you get this image, this little image here of that same bag, the same guy. He sort of has what they call plaits or the short style braids. Here's another image of that individual walking the back. Now, I remember playing a video for you all, and we were talking about how whoever came out the door, it was like, don't ask me shit. And now we start to see, put these images together. I wonder why you don't want to be asked Shit. So then we get to this image here, and it's the same guy, but he's walking further down. And you can't see, but it's just showing how he's walking past Takeoff. So after we saw that, I'm going to play for you the original video that we saw all together yesterday before they got all this new footage. So you can see how we actually wouldn't have been able to see it. Here you go. So, just a reference. This was the video I played for you all yesterday. So it's nothing new here, but I want you to see how we couldn't possibly tell that there was a person of interest in this video at all. We didn't see any of that stuff. We didn't see no gun, but make sure you pay attention to who's standing next to who's around who, because that also is critical. So here's the original video. I don't know if y'all saw at the end of that, the person that was standing with the gun still, same guy with the strap bag. Now, somebody sent to TMZ that same video, different angle. Now, this is what we didn't see yesterday. And so this is what I grabbed and said, oh, okay, well, we got to see this because y'all not going to say what everybody wants y'all to say. And very, very interesting enough, Homegirl, Shardy, who, gave us all of this information, with the original tweet. You remember her, her. And she had this photo. Well, baby, when I tell you at the blink of a night, in the middle of the night, this girl switched her whole motherfucking Twitter page up. Look at this shit. It don't even look the same. No pictures. She took all her likeness off. I think somebody got to her like, honey, the damage is done. You might need to go ahead and lay low for a little bit. Now, I'm saying the same thing about DJ Academics, because if you go on Twitter or go on any like sort of social media where you can search, everyone is saying DJ Academics held the master class on his channel the other night, what I was telling you about in solving this case. They're actually tying him, telling people, go watch his video, go watch his video. And I know that's not what he wanted, because he has to hang around these folks. He's in the industry. He don't want to be labeled a snitch. So that's interesting too. I'm going to watch how that plays out. And shout out to DJ Academics. You have to remain to your job. You're a journalist. This is what you want to do. And you can't have any sides. You got to just do it for you. If you do have people that are in your corner, then straight away. But obviously, ain't nobody putting a bag in your pocket. So, but protect yourself. I don't wish anything or any bad harm that comes to you or anything like that. Good morning, Silky Black. Good morning. Hey, Shantae. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Miss Toby. Good morning. Shout out to Miss Toby. Thank y'all for coming through. Mary Carey, good morning. It's good to see you. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. So that was that. That was the video. So now look at this other video of the suspect that we didn't see. Now, let me give you context. This is the same argument, the same video that you saw, but from a different angle, the other side. So we were seeing it looking at Quavo. Here's the angle, Quavo looking at where we were looking. I was trying to see the person who was recording for us, the original video. So here's this video.
I'm gonna hurt somebody, bro.
No, hell no. No.
So the police want to find this guy. Right. He is a person of interest. And you see, even before the argument escalates to a high pitch, his hand is right on that gun.
He was on the gun the whole time, and you saw Quavo in the orange shirt walk by.
That's the bag. Now, we ain't done. We just proving how they're possibly pointing out a possible person of interest. And so now we get all these pictures, we get all of this stuff. Then somebody sends in a slow down video. And I was looking at the slow down video. I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, whoever you are, They got you. So here's a slowed down version. You see him? So that person that everybody's been talking about happens to be none other than Quavo's assistant. This is all allegedly. This is all allegedly. That person is allegedly this same guy right here that was riding in the car. See the hat? See the little plaits coming out the hat riding behind Quavo in the car? Yeah, so I'm gonna play the video footage of them riding in the car, and you tell me what you think before we continue. Okay, here's them riding in the car.
Yeah, we sliding through the town, man. We sliding through the town.
Now we get down.
Got the birthday boy with me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward. Like this motherfucker. Now I got one for you now. I got a 6-1 coming.
Out of here. Did y'all see? Did y'all see that? Draw some connections there. So this guy that was riding with Quavo, he has been identified as this. His social media mantra is Migo's band member, but he's been identified as this guy. On Instagram, his name is Migo Bands. Now, I grabbed a picture from his page, just one, and this is the picture of him. Does that look familiar? Does the body type, does all of that look familiar to you all? Just trying to draw some conclusions here. So, this is allegedly one of the possible persons of interest. Now, what we did find out was that the coroner's report was released and that he was shot in the head and the torso. And the cause was a penetrating gunshot wound. We did also find out that it was a 23-year-old man that was taken to the hospital, and it was a 24-year-old woman. That 23-year-old man was also Quavo's assistant, and his name is Joshua Washington. And this guy gets paid $1.2 million a year to be Quavo's assistant. Now, he was shot also. So I was trying to watch the video to see if I saw him there, because you can see the long locks. Not sure what his involvement is just yet, but he was also there there on the scene. He was a person that was struck. So as I go back to look at this picture, I was trying to put people together in this room to see who was where. Now, someone on Twitter, a young lady on Twitter, she tweeted me, and she was telling me that it wasn't Jazz Prince's party, and that's correct. It was Jay Prince's party. That was the tweet that I put up from his Instagram story. So yeah, it was correct. It was Jay Prince's party. It wasn't Jazz Prince's party. So I'm gonna show you all this video again. Now, this is the slowed down version of who the potential suspect is after this new footage was sent over to TMZ. All credit to TMZ. Shout out to TMZ for providing the footage. But here's that slowed down version again. And then you have...
Yeah, we sliding through the town, man. We sliding through the town.
Now we get down.
Got the birthday boy with me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward. Like this motherfucker. Now I got one for you now. I got a 6-1 coming.
Now, after all of this is being reported, it's still, it's still a shock to most. It's still a shock to the folks that are directly involved, especially to quality control, all of that stuff. What you mean, Roman, is working for VLAB. Folks stay saying he is snitch and works with police, and people keep sitting in his interview. That's true. You're right. No, you're right. But I don't know why I feel like there's this vendetta towards DJ Academics. I don't know. Maybe that's also what I'm saying. Like, now you already got people out to get that don't like you. Now you add this fuel to the fire, but I don't know, but yeah, he absolutely has some explaining to do. Now, what's interesting, you all, and this could just be me, and I'm glad the crew is here to get me in order. But everybody that's around Takeoff, like the label, the bandmates, and stuff like that, all of the statements that they've released have been very much so like, we're sad that you're gone, rest in peace. Like, and then when it talks about what happened, it's very soft. It isn't, I hope we find the killers. I hope we find the murderers. This is, it's more of a, you shouldn't resort to guns for a disagreement, making it sound like it was some inner fighting. Like it literally was Migos member, Migos security or whatever, shooting somebody in the Migos team. Not like it was an outsider. It didn't come off like it was somebody from the outside. So, for example, first sort of thank you or was that I saw was the record label. And so they went out and said, "It's with broken hearts and deep sadness that we mourn the loss of our beloved brother, Kersnick Kari Ball, known to the world as Takeoff. Senseless violence and a stray bullet has taken another life from this world, and we are devastated. Please respect his family and friends as we all continue to process this monumental loss." Now, of course, we know it was a stray bullet, and we know that it wasn't intended for him, but it was just really, really, it comes off as, I don't want to accuse anyone. I don't want to say the wrong things, or it's really protected. Then I also saw Pierre from QC Quality Control. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the one thing that stood out to me the most that he said in his statement was this part where, oh, come on, computer, don't fail me now, was, here we go. So with that being said, I want our community to remember that we don't have to continue to resort to violence every time there is a disagreement. And to me, it just screamed sort of, well, Pierre, what's the disagreement that resorted to the violence? I mean, we know, but it would be, so what are you alluding to? Who are you alluding to? Because it does seem like people know more now that we're starting to talk about it 2 or 3 days later. They know more than, what has been told out here. It obviously is pointing to someone inside of the camp. It clearly is pointing to someone inside the camp. This is all allegedly. Again, do your own research. But from watching these new videos that have constantly and keep pouring in, and then going back to the statement. Now, this statement is gaining footage, and shout out to Storm Monroe, bro. You did that shit. You got that good ass interview. You got them good ass quotes. You got her to, whoever that was, you got her to say the shit that need to be said. And his interview went viral. It's definitely going viral. And I know the folks in that camp have watched that interview. I know they have. And I'm gonna play it again and listen to the last part as we start watching shit fall out the cracks.
Oh shit.
And so everybody's saying, "Oh, well, this is Quavo fault." Quavo had nothing to do with the shit y'all talking about, bro. Y'all was not there when this happened. It had nothing to do with that. So all these 30-second videos that they're seeing, this and that, everybody's saying, "Well, he didn't act the way how he act whenever Takeoff got shot." Did they tell you he passed the fuck out? Did they tell you we had to help him to the fucking car? Did they tell you that? Like, nobody is really talking about the real that's going on. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll leave it at that. The only people who had firearms that night was the camp who protect Jazz. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
And then you look at this picture of Quavo sitting in a car with these individuals, and in the video you see, now that's Jazz Prince. In the video, that's Jazz Prince and not Jay Prince, just to be clear. But in the video, you see them riding in a car. You see a weapon. You clearly see this guy that has been identified as a possible person of interest, allegedly, in this video as well. Now, not saying it was a conspiracy that they wanted to take Takeoff out. It was an in-house shop, because I read that too. Like, don't trust Quavo, because Quavo was arguing with the dude. Whoever he was arguing with was the same dude he came there with. That's what I also heard on the streets, was that the dude he was in there arguing with about the dice game was the same guy in his own camp that he came there with. And I don't know if they was in a camp together or not, but they came together. And this shit is all allegedly. This is just, I'm reading replies, I'm reading shit on the street. It's all allegedly. And so, given all of that information, knowing that this was definitely y'all in-house camp, first of all, it was a private party. So now knowing that it was a private party, it was a select few people there. So we know it's mainly in-house. Ain't no public venue where you got separate entourages coming in. It literally was all of y'all and maybe a couple of event patrons. And then this broke out, ego struck, and we run into this situation. And it's unfortunate that your own people, sometimes your own people, be too quick to judge, too quick to move. And we have this shit that happens, and at the expense of your own man. I know the fact that Quavo's not speaking or saying anything. That man is hurt for several reasons. We won't know now, but Quavo's hurt. That man is definitely dealing with some shit right now. And then, everyone's saying now him and Offset should come together. It's too soon. It's way too soon to be talking about Offset and Quavo need to come together for Migos. What are you talking about? What would they rap about right now? Like, that's, everything they rap about is I got AKs and shit, right? So right now, I don't think that's what people want to hear from them right now. I think right now they just need to heal, perform your old shit together, do a unity show maybe, perform some of your old shit, get a hologram up in the works, get that man up there, celebrate him in the right way. Here go 50 Cent. Y'all better make sure y'all next album is legendary so that his legacy will be maintained. I'm like, you always looking at a bag in this shit. So that was QC's heartfelt message. Offset decides to change his image to Takeoff's image on his profile. It has him smiling and a heart. Now Jazz Prince, the guy we saw riding in the car with the gun, he posted this. I never like to hear about things like this happening anywhere, especially in my city. And to my family, when I got woken up with a call about this, I couldn't believe it. I'm with you, my brother. Prayers to all who are hurting. And that to me was like, okay, all right. They've also have created a mural in Atlanta, and it's near Old Fourth Ward, near the Beltline, in honor of Takeoff. So this should be interesting. Don't expect that we're going to be searching for some outsider or lunatic or somebody who is a nobody. This is probably going to be somebody that they knew. And given we keep hearing words like stray bullet, instead of intentional, it sounds like you're trying to protect whomever the suspect is when you hear stuff like that. So I don't know, but that's the latest. That's here's where we are in terms of possible suspects. And again, all the footage we've saw, it has everything in it. We just don't know what we're looking for, but it has every fucking thing in it because we saw some of that yesterday. We just didn't have the breakdown. We didn't have the other angle. We didn't have, because you can see in the video I showed yesterday, the guy with the strap bag, but we didn't see enough of him to be able to say he had the gun. But when they started sending in more videos to TMZ and you get to see the man pull his gun out, like ready, cocked and ready, it was like, oh, okay, now we're talking about something else. Hey, good morning, D. Lynette. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. There is. He's trash and folks sick of his ass. For real. Morning, Tracy. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Naries. Good morning, Naries. Yep, I saw. She dropped some cake. Yeah, she did. His nephew was killed in front of him. He has every right to be in whatever feelings. Absolutely. That statement came from dude in the bag. Yeah. No. That statement came from Jazz Prince. So he's the head. He's like the bigger guy. He's the executive. And then Jay Prince Jr. is the son with mob ties. And I think people were thinking I had them two confused, but because I think I may have mistakenly called Jay Prince Jr. Jazz Prince. But one goes by Jazz Prince and the other goes by Jay Prince Jr. Good morning, Kimberly Black. Thank you for coming through. Love the look of your mic. Oh man, I got my little piece in yesterday. I've been over here like, okay, I feel they need to come together, not for music per se, but to heal their issues and to mourn their brother. Absolutely. If anything, it is definitely a time for healing. If anything, it's definitely a time for them to come together and heal. So I wanted to drop that for you all. Now, don't be shocked if today, okay, there's an arrest made, or tomorrow, or over the weekend, because honestly, I think the Houston Police Department knows a lot more than they've shared. People in the camp know a lot more than they shared, and it just takes time for people to actually come, themselves, for that emotional burden away on you. Damn, that was me. Because eventually you'll get caught. You're gonna get caught. And I'm gonna be here to talk about it. I really am. Because I think the lesson here is that the more money you make, not only should it change the way in which you live, but it should change the mode in which you operate. It's almost like you got a lot of money, but you still rather do things that you would do when you didn't have. You can't. They don't work. It's almost like it's difficult to manage that, because you got people on that lower level who are vultures, who may want to go after that. And this may have not been the case. Man may have not been robbed, but you hanging around people like this, getting yourself in arguments about a basketball and stuff like this. What do you think is going to happen? You're not no small wig. You got a whole team of people who's ready to shooters, ready to go. You starting to argue, what you think they're going to do? They can take so much of the blame, but you do too, as the guy in charge. They're taking their cues from you. I see you getting fluxed, and you say, all right, let's go. What you think the man who's getting paid $1.2 million a year, and the rest of these people behind you to be your entourage, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to take off. And that's exactly what they did. And it came at the expense of somebody in your band. That is definitely a major lesson. If anything, I promise you it is. Nobody should be that terrified as an employee that they then have to then result to shooting because of an argument my boss is in. No. You got to reassess that. My boss shouldn't be doing shit like that. You got M's in the bank. You shouldn't be doing. Arguing. I'd have came out. You wouldn't even be able to talk to me. It'd have been out the billiards, into the car, into the truck. Where we going? All that. All that. You got to grow up. You got to boss up. If you want to be a boss, you want to have this shit. You want to be known. You got to act that way. You really do. There's nothing else to say. We lost a whole talented man. And I wonder how the music will sound after Takeoff, because many may not have known this, but Takeoff was a major piece of Migos. Not only did he write records, he produced some of the records, and a lot of people will say he was sort of that key ingredient in production. Yeah, you got Quavo who come out here and finesse the record, but you always got somebody in the back who's making sure it sounds consistent. We got that Migos sound on it, and partly that was Takeoff. It really was, for the most part. If you go from Culture 1 to Culture 3, and you understand how it was sort of produced, you'll see that a lot of that production quality came from Takeoff, from writing they raps. You think Quavo out here rapping like that? No, hell no. But he has the look, he has the face, and he's the uncle. And Takeoff's the nephew, so we're here. We're here. It's a sad thing. Oh, okay, I got it. I was wondering if there was relation between the princes. I don't think there is. I think one is mob ties. The more distance you got to create, I'm telling you, it's so true. It's so true. Risa, good morning. Hey, Risa, good morning. Good morning. He was the true talent. He was. He absolutely was. And I like his verses. I like a lot of his verses. I like a lot of his verses. So rest in peace. Rest in peace to Takeoff, man. We still definitely gonna be here trying to figure out what happened to you. Um, may you rest in peace. May your mother, definitely, her heart and her soul be protected for these next few days, because I know she's gonna be bombarded with not only just videos and evidence, but she's gonna have to deal with the case, like what's finna come on in the future. Having to relive the moment, scene by scene, what happens. So shout out to her. Shout out to everybody covering the story. It's definitely a difficult story to cover when it's moving. And then you have everybody saying all of these different things. So shout out to everybody covering the story, because I'm watching, and for the most part, it's definitely been a lot of people coming together to say that this gun violence in the Black rap community, it needs to cease. It really does. And folks coming together to say that we really need to stop desensitizing ourselves and sharing these fucking images and videos of people actually laying in their own blood spatter. You know, and as somebody who owns a YouTube channel, I'm taking that up myself. Like, I should never be at a point where I can't describe what's in an image. I have to put the image up here. You know, when it get to that point, then you're doing it past clicks and views. And I don't want to put myself on that position. So, you know, for all those reasons, these are some positive things coming out of this. You know, you should have learned it with PNB Rock, but I think with Takeoff is hitting a little bit differently. So shout out to Takeoff, man. It's definitely a crazy story. I will stay tuned. Every time I get an update, you can check in the morning when I come live. I'm definitely going to talk about this before we talk about our other hot topics. So thank you all for being here. We are about to switch over into hot topics. Please click on, it's already set up. It's already on my channel. Click on over there. We're going to be covering a lot of different things. We're going to talk about the talk show race, how Sherry is slipping, her slip showing. Girl, your slip showing. We're going to talk about Nia Long. We're going to talk about OnlyFans model, Kanye, Jay-Z, Young Ma. We're going to get into Dwayne Wade. And we're going to get into this blackface Halloween mess. Because these little bastards, So meet me over there. I'm going to start that live up. I'm about to sip on some coffee, go get me some more coffee. Say hi to my bays, and then I'm going to be right back. Thank y'all for being here. Please hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber of this channel, please subscribe to the channel. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Subscribe. Come on. Turn on your notifications. I'm going to be here. I ain't going nowhere. Turn on your notifications so you know what goes on and whenever I drop a video. And also, if you'd like to, donate, support the channel, you can always send a super chat. This is a monetized channel. Or you can send me a Cash App. You don't have to send it now. Anytime you want to. It's always definitely appreciated. Love, whenever it's off camera and someone just drops a love note, it's really nice. So thank you. Love, good morning. Takeoff was the Praz from the Fuji. Yes. I know what you mean. Yes, that's exactly it. It's like not that person you see all the time, but without that person, that missing ingredient is going to be there. Yes. Baby, I get that. Rich Ida been in the booth knitting or crocheting, spitting bars. Who you telling? They was in Fifth Ward before they went to the alley, which tell me they was driving down the wrong side of the road. Celebrities don't hang out there unless they know that territory. Ain't that some crap? And Quavo always has this thing where he needs that street cred still. It's like, bruh, let that shit go. His poor baby. That child won't even have a chance to create lasting memories of him. Wow. Young Ma, your mic slipping. Young Ma, hold up. Young Ma, they talking about something, oh, she's young mommy now. My thing is it too far-fetched for Young Ma to be pregnant? Like, is that not, we gotta have to switch over. Listen, y'all, we're gonna have to switch over, not to say hi to your bars. Yeah, folks getting the princes confused because of the names. Jay Prince is the father, Junior was the one in the video walking past, and Jazz was the one that helped artists and left. Yes. Thank you, Risa. That's why you part of the news crew. Okay? Then we're gonna call you the checker. We're gonna start adding us some checkers over here. Bays. Oh my God, Love Bug, thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my. They should have left when Jazz left. Junior is no one to hang around with. Clearly, when Jazz said, I woke up the next morning to this, it was like, that sounds like somebody who knows what their value is, their wealth is. Wait, they saying Youngum is preggers. Oh, okay, y'all. I'm about to end this live. And again, thank you so much, Love Bug. I appreciate it so much. You just warm my heart. I'm all happy. I'm always happy, but it just makes me feel good. Like you feel the love, I feel the love too. Thank you so much, babes. I really appreciate it. I'm about to end this live. We're gonna go to the next live. Please meet me over there so we can get into this stuff. I might switch topics around so we can jump right into Young Ma because I just got some things to say about it. People all on her nuts. Like, she's a woman. Was she not supposed to get pregnant? What happens if she, as a woman, likes other women and decides that as she's still a woman and wants to be pregnant. What is that? Is that too far fetched? That's like me as a man. I definitely, I'm gay or whatever, but I definitely like to use my dick, and I definitely want a child. So I just baffling to me, but we gonna get into it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all on the flip. Shout out to the replay gang, and until next time, which is in a couple of minutes. Deuces.
Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman news coming just for you.